Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and configure static route in the router. Now, I don't really need you to learn these commands at this point, because you won't need to know these commands until maybe Chapter 11 or a Net 126. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and configure a static route. So the destination is 155.155.8.0. And when we build static routes, we're basically concerned with the network, not the host portion. Okay. Now I need to include the subnet mask. It's a /22, so that equates to 255, 255. How do we get 252? Yep. .0. Then I have to specify the next hop, which will be the next router en route to the destination, which would be the address assigned to this interface. And we said that address is looks like it says it's 12.13. Okay. All right. Now let's take a look at the routing table. Okay. Is the destination network there? Yes, it is. Okay. Should we be able to ping the server now? Let's give it a shot. Well, let's give it a try. It's not working. Well, why is it not working? Okay. I'll tell you what's happening. The packet is leaving the PC, getting to the default gateway. The default gateway is sending the packet over to the next hop, and the packet is probably getting to the server. The server is looking at the source address, and it noticed that the source is on a different network. It's sending a packet or the response to its default router or gateway. And we need to look in the default router of the server to see what's in the routing table. Well, the packet got to the destination, but if we look at the routing table of the server's default gateway, we don't see this network there. You notice that? Yeah. So when a packet traverses a router, the router is only concerned with the destination part of it, the header. It could care less about the source. In most instances, there are exceptions. Okay. All right. So what do we have to do to fix this problem? We've got to put a static route in this particular router. Okay, so let's do that. The destination network is 155.155.0.0, and the subnet mask is 255.255. It's a /21, and that converts to 248. And the IP address of the next hop, which would be this interface, is 00, that's 12.14. Okay, let's take a look at the routing table. All right. The destination network is now there. We see 155.155.0.0. And we see the S to the left of that network. That means static. That's a static route. The C indicates a directly connected network. So should we be able to ping the server and get a response now? We should. Let's give it a shot. Yeah, we get a response. All right. Let me ask you this. Should we be able to ping from PC1 to the printer? What was that, Will? Is it in the routing table? What network is this? It's the 3-host network? Yeah, so it's 155, 155 to 12.0 network. So let's look in the routing table. Okay, the 12.0 is not in that routing table. So it's not even going to get there. No, we didn't put a static route there. So will the printer be able to send anything to PC1? Well, let's look in router 0.
Oh, sorry, the printer too.
Yeah. And PC1 is a part of this network, right? No, the 155 is not in the routing table. All right. So we need to build a lot of static routes, right, to get full connectivity. But we're not going to do that. We're going to go ahead and enable the dynamic routing protocol. So I'll do it on this particular router. A printer will be able to respond to your ping.
So, I want to have that so we just document and from the spec team to choose the security solution.
Again, I don't expect you to know these commands. You won't get into this until like net 126. But the intention of this little activity is to let you know that if networks are not installed in the routing table, whether the network is installed statically or dynamically, you're not going to have connectivity. Okay. All right. The original question was, would we be able to ping from PC1 to the printer? Okay, let's see if we can do that. I'm going to look in the routing table. I'm currently in router 2. Okay. The printer is a part of which network?
12.0.
12.0. And there's a 12.0. So we can get the packet to the printer. Now we need to ensure that the printer can respond. So we need to look in the default router of the printer, and we need to look for this particular network. That's going to be the destination for the reply. Is it there? Yes, it is. Okay. So we should be able to ping the printer. And the printer IP address is 12.1. And no, it's not 12.1. It is 12.3. What's going on? There it is. Okay. So we see the beauty of using dynamic routing protocol opposed to static routes. Okay. All right. Okay, question, David. All right, we need to do a little more housekeeping here.
if you just program the route from each one of the routers, you have to program it via the service.
Okay, question? Yeah, the essence of this session is you have to make sure you appropriately subnet your base network, appropriately assign the addresses to the devices, okay? And if you don't have connectivity, then you know it's probably something dealing with routing, okay? Maybe it's a static route